than the British climate. However, they get their name, the Humboldt penguin, from cold water currents that they swim in. So these guys are absolutely fantastic at adjusting their body temperature, cooling themselves down if need be, but also warming themselves up a lot as well. So please don't panic about them being in the UK, where we get very off and on weather. We get days like this where it's meh, and then days like a couple of days ago where it felt like a hurricane, because these guys are absolutely fantastic at adjusting their body temperature. Now, Zara is currently feeding these guys on a little fish called Sprat. It isn't a very big fish at all, but they certainly do go through them, displayed lovely by, I think that's Jerome, I can't actually see. No, it's not. Is it Dimmy? Dimmy? No, who's just eating and eating and eating. So these guys go through quite a lot of fish. So over the other side of the glass, you might be able to notice that they are a little bit on the smelly side, and that is purely because of the amount of fish that they are eating. Just unfortunately means that they are a little bit stinky, which isn't your fault, is it, guys? Not their fault, no. Now, on a bit of a darker note, these guys are considered vulnerable on the IUCN Red List, meaning that they are vulnerable to extinction. Now, there are lots and lots of different reasons for that. However, people always like to be at the centre of attention, don't we? So these guys produce a little thing called guano. Does anybody here know and is able to tell me what guano is? Does anyone think they know? Guano?
Yeah.
We've got somebody over there that knows it. It's a fancy word for poo. And these guys produce quite a lot of poo. Now, people have somehow discovered that penguin poo actually makes a pretty fantastic fertiliser. Please don't ask me how we discovered that. Somebody did, however. Some weirdo did. Now, unfortunately, these guys use their poo quite an awful lot. So it's not just a case of going in, taking it, and they're not really bothered by it. Unfortunately, they use their poo in order to build up their nests. So by going in, not only are we disturbing breeding behaviour, but in some really awful cases, completely destroying the nests that they are planning on raising their young in that year. So it is really negative. Now, in some parts of the world, this is actually so prevalent that they have